What up, what up, what up? I'm back. It's been about, what time is it? 9. So a little over 12, 13 hours since I hit the toad or toad hit me. So I just want to come back. I'm feeling good, feeling fine. Still feel like myself, just to be transparent. I just want to talk about the experience. So first, I'm just glad I did it. I'm very glad I did it. Weren't no regrets initially. Just want to walk you through how it happened. So when I first went back into the room, it was Dr. Gerry and Coach K. They're very welcoming. I felt comfortable. It was a nice setup, almost like you walk into a massage room. You have soft music playing. It was very welcoming. So I went back, and he took me through this like meditation breathing technique, and it was so peaceful. Just pretty much just breathing, nothing kind of out there, just breathing techniques, expanding the lungs, allowing the stomach to rise and fall to the back of the spine. So just breathing techniques. He said it releases serotonin. So that was just blissful in itself. That lasted like 5-10 minutes. So after I did that, it was kind of just preparation for the toad. So then he gave me instructions on what's gonna actually happen. So he showed me what it's gonna be in, how you're gonna light it. He told me to take a deep breath, blow the candle out to the right, and come back. Inhale for 8 seconds, hold it for 8 seconds, and then exhale. So I do want to say that they did say that if you don't inhale the full dosage, you may not experience the full experience. Dr. Gerry gives 100 milligrams. Other people who conduct the ceremony, I know that they give sometimes 50 to 75. So I had 100 milligrams, but I did cough. Now, when I say cough, it was just just a little bit. So Coach K said it could have affected my process. He said it did actually. So I don't know, but either way, with the disclaimers, not disclaimer, just being transparent, I did cough. That's one thing that may have affected my experience. The other thing is I had expectations. I heard a lot of people's testimony or experience, what they experienced. And the things I kept hearing was, I felt like I was with God. I felt as one. I died. My soul came out of my body. My spirit came out of my body. It was just peace, bliss, all of these type of things that I was hearing. So I'm like, damn, that sounds great. I want to experience that. So I think my expectation impeded my process. Nevertheless, I did have a process. Don't get it twisted. So I'm going to walk you through. So bam, I'm sitting there Indian style. I take a deep breath to the right. I blow the candle out. I come back. I hit it. That's that little call. He said, you got to hit it. I hit it. All of it. I got it. Hand on my mouth, count to 8 seconds, fall back. Bam. Fell back on my little pad. I remember him saying, drop. I remember maybe like 5 seconds after that, I started to lose my vision, meaning I started to, like as if you was falling asleep. I went somewhere. So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, just trust the process. It's happening. You here now. You can't run from it. Cool. No big panicking. Probably like 30 seconds in, I was thinking, what the fuck have I done? But in that same moment, I wasn't running because I'm like, I know I can't run from it. You just got to just be here. So just try to make the most of it. You're not going to die. You're not going to be hurt. But in that moment, I was thinking, like, there was a split second. I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck have I done? But in that same moment, I was like, okay, you've been asking all these questions. You've been saying you want answers. You here. Like, go for it. So, bam. I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy it. So that uncomfortable experience maybe lasted for about 5 minutes in my mind. I don't know in real time how long it lasted, but it wasn't long. So only thing I remember, it was very uncomfortable. It's like being at the top of a roller coaster and on the edge for like 5 minutes. It's like, come on, give it to me already. Like, I'm here now. Let's just do this shit and get it over with. So that lasted like 5 minutes. And then I do remember kind of So again, here's where my expectations came. He told me that there was a threshold where you would like kind of fight it. So I was expecting that. I was expecting a fight. I was expecting some type of nervousness. So then he told me that you break through. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that breakthrough. So finally I did break through, meaning I wasn't like damn anymore, like fuck, or like I don't really like this. It was just like, okay, finally I made it. It felt like I made it. Now as far as audios, I do remember when I was like I made it. I do remember hearing the meditation music. It sounded like the ocean. So I don't know if the ocean was the music or where I was in my state of consciousness. I do remember hearing that. I remember hearing birds chirping. It felt like I was in a paradise. So I don't know if that was the music. I need to ask Coach K what type of music was y'all playing, because I do remember hearing that. So as far as audio, I remember hearing that. The visual, initially it was just like space, no stars, but just like black, like a twilight zone. Nothing funky looking, but just I don't know, just nothing. Black, white, mixture of colors. Like it's just it's nothing really, you know. It's not like I could participate in it or look around or move. It's just you're just there. Like when you're asleep. When you're asleep, you don't know you sleep. You're just there. So like, bam, going back to when I broke through. So when I broke through, I remember I felt like I was able to have I was conscious then when I broke through. So I remember taking a deep breath, just like he told me to do before I actually hit the toad. Because I remember my stomach expanding. So I remember all of this. And in my mind, this felt like it was probably 7 to 8 minutes in. So like a lot of people say they like lost track of time. I only felt like I lost track of time for maybe 3 to 5 minutes at most. So I don't know if I didn't really feel like I lost time a lot, but like, I do remember like I don't remember where I was for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. But other than that, I remember all the shit. I remember everything. So like when I came back, I was like, okay, take the deep breath. You're here. This is what I kept saying. You're here. Trust the process. I said, okay, this is what you've been waiting for. You made it. I remember saying I made it. So I was like, okay, so now it's like, now that you're here, what are you gonna get from this? Like, then I had expectations like, okay, am I gonna see something? Is somebody gonna talk to me? What I'm gonna see? Like what I'm gonna experience? And what it was I remember my cheeks going like this, like smiling, because I'm just trying to embrace this whole process. So it wasn't much. I was expecting more than what I actually received. It was a place of just peace, but it was kind of, I was there, but I was also here too. So I wasn't as unconscious as some people make it out to be. There was like some people have went to the point where they took off all their clothes. And I don't see how that's possible, because I would have known if I had took off my clothes or got off the mat. He called it the rocket ship. I would have known consciously, Chad, you off the rocket ship. But from what I hear other people saying, they just took off their clothes or got off the rocket ship, off the pad, and they didn't know. So I didn't really experience that long of, I don't know who I am. I don't know that I'm in a room. I knew that I was in a room. So I was in there probably like 20, 25 minutes. So 90% of the time, I was aware of my circumference, okay? To my back right, I knew Gerry was sitting right there on the wall with his shoes off. I knew Coach K was to my left, chilling. So when I took that deep breath, then my carnal mind started kicking in. So I'm like, okay, so you made it. Now, why did you do this? And I just kept thinking, and I started making these faces, and I'm like, why did you do this? Like, what's the purpose? You know, because I kept hearing people saying, you know, like, they tried it one time and they want to do it again. So that was my expectation. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm going to want to do this again. Well, I didn't know, but I felt the opposite. I felt like, why would anybody want to do this again? Because the only thing I could think of what I experienced was just weird as fuck. Weird. So I don't know if it was I had expectations, false expectations. I hit it and coughed, or it just worked differently on me. You know, Coach K said you gonna get hit by the toad. Yeah, I got hit by the toad, but I felt like I hit the toad, meaning maybe I didn't let go. But and just if you're wondering this, did I fight it? No. Was I scared? Hell no. Was I nervous? No. Like the preset was so sharp. Like I want to applaud Coach K and Dr. Gerry for the way that they set it up. It's dope. Like the way the prayers. So you know, I'm somewhat of a I don't know, religious person, kind of breaking free from it. So like I'm real conscious about how people pray over you, like what God you praying to and all of that. And I was trying to kind of decimate that from my mind. Like, don't worry about that. You good. All intentions here good. It's just love, peace, oneness. Forget all that religion. So I was able to do that. And their prayers actually helped me with those type of thoughts. Like the prayers that Coach K prayed, I've heard him pray it before. Like, I am in the love of all, and I am all. I can do all things through all. I'm really messing up the prayer, but basically it was oneness. That's what I felt. It wasn't separation. It was just oneness. You know, acknowledging that there's a creator and we are part of that creator. That's pretty much the core of the prayer. Dr. Gerry, oh my God, his prayer was just like beautiful, man. It was like elementary, but profound. He was just saying things like, you know, we're so grateful, creator, ultimate source, light beings. We come to you in peace, seeking divine. Like it was just good. I appreciated it. So I wasn't nervous at the beginning of the process or nothing. So like, and when I hit it, I did let go. Like there wasn't no resistance. You know, I looked at it like an initiation process. I pledged Omega. I knew or had some type of preconceived notion of what the fuck I was getting into. And once I prepare my mind to do a certain thing, no matter how hard it is or scary, once I'm committed, I'm good. I'm all in. So that's how it was with this process. I knew that there was some things that could be potentially scary or unnerving, but the preparation, I felt like I was prepared. So I feel like I was in a space. The only thing I could think of was the that little cough that caused me to not experience what people would call, oh my gosh, I experienced God, or I was with God, or time don't exist, or I thought I really knew what love was, but it wasn't until after I hit the toad where now I really know what love is. These are all the things that I heard, and this is why I wanted to hit the toad, because I wanted to feel and experience just that. But while I was laying there about 15, 17 minutes in, I was thinking to myself, damn, I'm kind of disappointed. And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be disrespectful to Gerry, because I was so appreciative of the opportunity and Coach K. But I kept saying to myself, like, Chad, what you gonna do like after this process? Are you gonna fake this shit? Because Coach K said he did have some people who, you know, he said they were pretty much faking. Like they ain't even really hit the toad, so he knew that they weren't gonna have a full experience, but they was faking. So Coach K, he said he was looking at Dr. Gerry like, look at this nigga. So like, I wasn't gonna fake it. Like I've always been honest, genuine. I'm genuine. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told him my intentions are good. Like I'm very transparent. I ain't got shit to hide, nothing to lie. If I did see God, hell, I would tell you. But I didn't see God, or I didn't experience what I heard. What I did experience was something that I've never experienced before. I remember being out. I remember being in a space where I just remember feeling, this is weird as shit. What the fuck is this? Why am I here? And what am I gonna gain from it? That was my whole thing. I did it to become better. That was my only reason. Because when I heard other people, they were saying that they were better. They seen the world through a different lens for the betterment of themselves and others. So that was my reason why. So I was really just looking forward to that. So at this point, I don't know. Like, I'm still, so like when I went to sleep, well, Coach K said, the toad will come back to visit you. So like I was expecting that when I was sleeping. I think it did, but it wasn't nothing freaky or radical. I did wake up, and the only thing I can say, like when he say the toad comes back to visit you, you wake up. Well, it wakes you up, and it's like I don't know. I listen to like 852 hertz, which is a meditative state. Just meditation music. That's the only thing that I can say to you of what I experienced last night when I was sleeping was just a and it's not, it wasn't scary. It's not loud. It's something I've heard before, and it's not like you're not hearing it here. You're hearing it here, if that makes sense. Like if I say how much is this, but don't move your mouth. That's the hearing that I'm talking about. So I just want to be clear about that. So like when I was asleep last night, I was like, okay, maybe I didn't experience it like I thought I would right after the moment, but maybe it's gonna hit me later. And even right now to this point, 13 to 15 hours out, I'm not writing off the process, because one thing I do know about the process is if if it has the power to heal a heroin addict from their addiction, there's something genius about this. Why I experienced the way I did, I don't know. The only thing I could think of was or the false expectation. But nevertheless, I experienced what I experienced. Would I do it again? I'll explain it to you like this. I've been drunk before. Okay. You've been drunk probably. I've smoked weed before. When I drink, I'm more sociable. They call it liquid courage. I felt like I could do anything. When I smoke, I just like to freestyle. So, do I like to be sociable? Yes. So, would I drink again? Of course. Would I like to have more confidence? Do I like to have more confidence? Of course. So, would I drink again? Yes. So, that's my rationale behind would I drink again and why? Yes. Do I like to freestyle? Yes. So, would I smoke again? Yes, because it enhances what I already like to do. So, comparing that type of analogy with the toad, what did I experience with the toad? Weirdness. That's it. Weirdness. Being separate from my body for 5 minutes where I can't control it. A state of 3 to 4 minutes to where it's like, damn, what is this? Why am I here? A period of, okay, I break through, I made it. I just didn't see the benefits of the process itself. That's not to say that the after effects aren't where the goal is, but the process. I can't wrap my head around why someone would want to do this again unless it's for the after effect. But the process itself, I could do without it. I would rather like just bathe in this chemical and not have to go through that experience, but still get the results that people are talking about, meaning being one with God, understanding that time doesn't exist, just going about life methodically, seeing death differently, all of these things. Like, I could somewhat correlate the process with death, because I ain't gonna say I died, but I will say I wasn't here. I will say I wasn't here for like 3 to 5 minutes, but I didn't like it. That's the thing. Like, if I was with God, I didn't like it. if that's what if that's what it was after death, I was thinking, shit, I like my life as it is. Like I like my regular life, and that kind of. I'm just being honest, man. I was thinking like, they say be careful for what you ask for, and I just kept thinking like, okay, I hope I hope I come out of this. I know I'm gonna come out of this. Just get through it. It's not really nothing like that I would really want to do again. And like not everybody I talked to, but I know my brother in particular, he was worried about, the addiction, because he's done some ethogenic or mind altering drugs, I should say, or medicines, whatever you want to term them. And he was like, man, he told me one of them that he did was better than pussy. And I'm like, damn. And I'm thinking to him like, this toad is like 10 times better than what you did, and I love pussy. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to love this, but it wasn't that, man. It wasn't that. So I'm not saying like, so would I do it again? At this point, I don't have a reason. I don't see the benefit for me. That's not to say it's not for you, because other people have the opposite experience of what I'm saying. I'm just being honest. I'm being me. I've always been me. I know some people worry about like, well, my wife was worried about like, okay, are you gonna be someone different when you come back? And I was kind of concerned about that, but different for the better, not like weird or spaced out, or like, oh, this nigga Chad done lost it, nothing like that. But I'm not different. I'm still me. I appreciate the experience. But it's nothing spooky. That's what I want you to know. It's nothing spooky. It's nothing scary. There was 3 to 5 minutes where it was just like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? I could taste it. There is a taste. It's not nasty at all, but you can taste it. It's just a unique taste. I would say it's an acquired taste. Maybe like a beer or something. It's not like, drinking a Sprite. Like, this is good. But there is a taste. Yeah, man, I remember. Yeah, so that was my experience. So where am I now? I'm really just trying to soak it all in. I'm trying to get the benefits. I know there has to be some benefit from it. Dr. Gerry did say, even though I didn't hit the whole dosage, or coughed, he should say. And let me be clear about that. When I say I coughed, like out of 100%, he gave me 100 milligrams. So I say I know I had to hit at least 93 to 95. So when I say I coughed, it ain't like I coughed half, like, no. It was just, and then I really, like, you can ask Coach K. He was like, okay, yeah, you really hit that bitch, once you knew you coughed. So, but I go back to say this. Dr. Gerry did say that he has known people to benefit from the medicine, even though they haven't taken the whole 100 milligram. So me personally, I'm not blaming it on those variables, me coughing just a little bit, or my preconceived notions, because from what I was told, the toad hits you. So a lot of times, like with death, no matter what you think, death gonna take you wherever death is. Like, you can't control that. Sleep, like, or you get knocked out. Somebody hit you in the side of your head, you gonna get knocked out. You can't control that. So that's what I was expecting. And that's why I was just like, okay, I'm here. Let's go. I'm looking forward to becoming a better person, experiencing something that I've never experienced before for the betterment of myself. That was all it was. That's it. I'm all for it. But one thing I can say good came out of that whole thing was the company in the room. Seven and his wife Journey. Oh my God! Like, one thing that stuck with me, this dude told me, and it resonated so well. He said, "Your vibe attracts your vibe." No, your vibe attracts your tribe. That is. Let me say it again. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and that resonated with me. And here's why. Even though my experience wasn't atypical or what I expected or what most people say, I do believe that I was meant to be there. for many reasons. I'm not just going to say a reason because I hate when people say that. I meant to be here for a reason. I know why I was there. There were some things that was discussed that I'm going to inquire more about and be able to experience from myself. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. So do I regret anything? Nope. Am I let down from the experience? Yes, I am. But I'm glad I experienced it. And it was my experience, and I will forever have that experience. One thing I can say, how I benefited from it, I'm not afraid anymore, man. I'm not a spooky person. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that. I'm still kind of spooky over some shit, but as compared to what I was, like I'm starting to realize I'm starting to know that there's way more to life than the physical. So, and we believe this stuff, but it's a difference from believing and knowing. So it's just like, I'm okay with experiencing the spiritual world now. That's just where I'm at. And it's not from a spooky standpoint. It's your vibe attracts your tribe, meaning if you are getting drunk every day, getting high every day, have no purpose in life, and you're seeking the spiritual, those are the entities that I'm going to attract if I'm doing those things, if I'm operating from that lower vibration, those dark places. But if I have good intentions, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm contemplating, I'm keeping my house and my aura clean, I have good relationship with my family, I'm full of love and light, and I'm trying to contact the spirit world, or just, tap into spirituality, I'm going to attract those positive energies or positive entities or positive experiences, for the lack of a better term. It's just an experience. The way that you feel, your vibe attracts your tribe. So that's what I got out the whole lesson. That's it. So if I could gain one thing, that's it. The vibe attracts your tribe. I remember Coach K, he was saying, he was like, if it wasn't meant for you to hit the toad, you wouldn't be here tonight. That's just how life works. So I'm grateful, forever grateful, but that's my testimony. That's my experience, and it's personal. So yeah, I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to the after effects later. I would never forget this experience ever. And I just I'm going to work on just embracing my process in spite of what I heard, And if you're hearing this, if something resonated with you, take it and run with it. If it don't, throw it out. Some I said resonate with you, take it, meditate, contemplate on it, absorb it. If some didn't, throw it out, But at the end of the day, life, we got to experience this life, and that's what I felt I did. I experienced life. I experienced something within life that I've never experienced before. So for that, I'm forever grateful, and I'm happy. But that's about it, man. So yeah, I hit the toad. I did it. One thing, don't steal the toad. All right, peace.